heading to the airport to pick up Brandon. Brandon! Uber, right? Uber?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus, take the wheel.
This would be like cool if we were moving.
Why is this car going so slowly? It's a spy. It's a spy.
Government spy.
It's a spy, a Russian spy.
I don't drink coffee. Okay.
So I came by the airport, I picked Brandon up, then we were back at the house talking about, you know, where do we go?
We have to pick somewhere.
We've got to pick somewhere. We've been wanting to go on a big trip somewhere around the world. And that's when we looked back at different countries that we've talked about before.
So we just had to decide a way. How do you narrow it down to one?
Brandon, we throw a dart.
We throw a dart!
We throw a dart.
Let's see where we got here.
All right.
Thailand! Yeah! So we're going to Thailand! So we had to pack immediately, get back to the airport, and our first flight took us across the country to Portland, Oregon. So Portland.
Portland's weird.
Yes.
Very weird.
Very weird. It's weirder than us.
Love Portland.
Yeah,
love
it's awesome.
Portland. It's a great city.
Shout out to my Portland food. Portland!
Oh yeah. Nani!
Hey!
We had a great time, went out to eat. Then the next morning we got up, repacked just to get everything organized for the trip.
You got your passport?
We're here in Portland, Oregon. Today we are going to head to Narita, and from Narita go to Singapore, and then other stuff. And there's a balloon here.
We're walking out to the street now. Our driver has been circling the blocks and I keep watching it on the map and it's making it worse. That was her. That was her. Now she's gone.
Whoever pays us the most will get their name mentioned a lot. And we'll bash the other company for you.
We are taking a car service that is by drivers. Drivers use their own cars. You'll have to guess which one it is.
Yeah, no paid advertising here.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Where you headed?
We are going to Thailand.
Oh my
Yeah. We caught a ride to the airport. And
Caught a ride to the airport.
Even that is not, sane experience in Portland. It's got to be a little twist to every little thing that happens in Portland.
Our driver was fantastic.
She was awesome.
Join
I
the
love
adventure.
you guys are great.
Yeah.
You're great. You really are. I was everywhere over in this little corner. Well, you saw me. Travel around. There's a crazy lady. Not really crazy, just lost.
Just taking the scenic route. Hey, we're all about the scenic.
Yeah, we like to see Portland, we're just getting all the sights in.
They only had 2 seats left. But they're in first class.
Yeah!
In the front row, you dork.
Still let me sit up here? Yeah, just here documenting my personal trip here in Tokyo and have some fellow travelers. So today is the 20th of September.
We lost the day somehow.
We lost a day.
It never got dark. We're the same day,
Still?
but we lost the day.
Broad daylight. All right, well, we're in transit right now. We are in Tokyo and then gonna connect and go to Singapore.
Although we want to stay in Tokyo because Tokyo's awesome.
Tokyo is awesome. Yeah, there's Brandon in action. Look at that. Oh yeah. We are waiting for this aircraft to be ready to go to Singapore. Freeze frame. The goal right now is to find a place to stay in Singapore once we arrive. The problem is that we don't arrive into Singapore until just after midnight, so that might be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm sure it's going to work out. And then that's when we arrived in Singapore. All right, well, we just arrived in Singapore.
It's almost midnight here.
It's almost midnight. We did find a place to stay, thank goodness.
You know, really, when I tell people to travel, like, I think, show up in a country you've never been in right about midnight. Go out and see what you can find your way around. That's good travel advice right there.
Just make it happen. You just make it happen.
So we left the airport, and the first thing we did was catch a ride to our hotel. And we noticed a little night market over there. Of course, we're wide awake because it's not anywhere in our time zone. How much did all this cost?
$120.
But
Was that about 85 cents? It was the perfect ending to a long day of travel.
You know, you always want to make sure not to have the camera in view.
Yeah.
At any point, no matter what angle it is, don't have the camera.
Always look for
inside.
reflections.
Yes, yeah, reflections
look out for
will
reflections.
ruin the shot. Absolutely.
So next morning, of course, first stop again.
Gotta get some more food.
Gotta get some more food.
There's street markets, there's tons of food vendors, so stop for more food.
Looks so good.
They had different types of fish in the window, and I was trying to communicate with the people at the vendor, like what fish should I choose? And so I said, you decide. So they picked like 2 or 3 different items.
They
put them
picked
on
the
a
one that
plate.
had been sitting there longest. They knew
pretty
they
sure-
could sell to
Yeah.
the foreigner.
They had these like little fried fish that like, their eyeballs were there for a while, but then all of a sudden they had like caved inward, so they're like disappearing. It's been
been there a
sitting
while.
for quite a while.
Yeah.
You murderer! Oh my gosh, it was already dead.
Right out of the fish tank.
I don't know if did you eat the whole thing?
You can.
Look at those little bones sticking out. Poor little guy. He's a tasty little guy though.
So that little fish, you killed Nemo.
Well,
He killed you right back, didn't he? Nemo had the last laugh.
I thought I took care of Nemo, but Nemo did have the last laugh. So then we ended up taking a taxi to go to the central part of Singapore, kind of explore this downtown area where the malls are and big shopping centers and different architectural buildings. Now we're down in Orchard. We need to make a quick stop. Brandon's gonna try some of the local cuisine here. He's getting ready to order, I think. I was trying to get Brandon to eat and try some different things the whole trip, and he's like, nope.
Anybody that knows me knows it ain't happening. Nope.
If it wasn't packaged before traveling over there and with him, it was very, very challenging to get him to try something else.
Yeah.
Took a taxi
Met
downtown.
up with a local that wanted to show us around.
Connected with this girl through couch surfing, and she ended up being very kind to us, showing
Show
us
us around, show different sites and
what to order,
eat.
different things like
what's
food-wise.
local to Singapore, you know?
Exactly. It took us to some really amazing places. What do you think, Natalie?
I can't see you. Hey!
Kickapoo, Georgia.
Kickapoo!
We forgot to introduce Anita.
I have a friend that teaches English in Tokyo. Just happened to be there in Singapore. I mean,
How
so
crazy was that?
random. So we met up and hung out and grabbed more food. Imagine that. This video is starting to have a little reoccurring theme. It's like, it looks like blood noodles. I don't know what this is. It's supposedly
It's like really
tomato
bright.
ketchup. That is neon red. That is neon red. That's not natural. And then I got little Stuart Little here that gave his life for us. Sorry, Stuart.
Sorry, buddy.
You bring things.
Oh, it's so delicious. Stuart. Oh, God. Hey, kids, you ever seen Stuart Little?
He's dead.
Brandon ate him.
I killed him. We walked around the Bay Area. We had that cool lion that shoots water out of its mouth.
I think we have some footage of that.
Yep. Saw like the boats and cool. I just love all the architecture,
Different
and
boats,
the
a lot.
lights, and
Yeah.
just very creative and industrial.
Right, a lot of people walking out. There's a lot of people with families.
One of the other cool things about Singapore, and it's like something you've seen in pictures and always wanted to see in person, was these, I don't know how you explain it, like architectural trees.
Yes, they have these trees set up that are for people to just walk around inside. So
Yeah.
you go, we went up an elevator in one of these trees. That
Trees.
wasn't trees.
Yeah,
It sounds weird to
it's
say that.
created. They're not
Sentence.
real trees. Yeah,
Right.
They kind of look like trees and they branch out, but it's metal and rope, and it's like a rope bridge that goes all the way around and connects it. And then when it gets dark, they start lighting up.
And
There's-
I think it's every evening. Every evening at like 5 or 6 p.m., whenever the sun starts setting, they start this light show.
and it has music and has words in different languages, and just from people all over the world to sit out there, and eventually you hear a song in your language, and just the lights from all the trees and the whole area light up and dance, and that fits the music. It's really cool.
The trees start dancing and moving.
No, only
It
the
is.
lights. The lights move and make it look like dance. The trees do not dance. They pretty well just, they're very good at treeing.
They just tree out there.
They're just treeing. But Singapore was cool. I really
Singapore's
enjoyed
amazing.
Singapore.
Want to go back to Singapore,
Yes.
visit Singapore, explore more of Singapore.
Tell the people are just very smart and very creative.
Driven,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
really cool city.
Ever get the chance, go to Singapore.
Go to
Singapore! Alright.
All right.
Time to leave Singapore. Let's go. Almost walking distance.
It's 3 miles. So we're in Singapore airport. We're about to fly to Phuket, Thailand.
Thailand! Finally!
Yeah, so it's about a 2-hour flight.
But that's not too bad compared to the. Oh, it's getting a grip now. The 11 o'clock. Okay, the 11-hour flight to Tokyo.
Yeah, it was 11 hours. What was it? 11 hours?
It was 11 hours. Portland, Tokyo, and then
Portland, Tokyo, and then another
Tokyo,
seven
another
and a half.
Yeah.
To
Almost
Tokyo
8.
to Singapore.
Oh my god.
It's just right when it gets on the arch.
I know.
The arch really hurts.
Just really hurt me. Oh, it's a hard life right now for us. Pray.
How much you gonna withdraw?
Oh, we are in Thailand.
How
So
much?
probably
Like about
10,000.
Okay.
Definitely 10,000.
One of our main tasks for this trip was to find either a motorcycle or a scooter.
Something that we
Something.
can ride around.
Number one people did from motorbike.
Really?
Yeah, Phuket.
In Phuket?
Yeah, you know, in Phuket many tourists drive from motorbike. Chinese people ride motorbike but drive no good.
And where we're from, we say that about people from Oklahoma.
We're gonna grab big bikes up here, some motorbikes up here.
I don't know if this is
I don't know.
protected.
This may not be a good idea.
I think they've actually been in a few crashes already.
Yeah, you got
Look at that.
skid marks up there. Ooh.
Got my Alright, how do you start this thing? Hear that? That's a horsepower machine right there.
Let's ride!
We only got scooters. We couldn't get a big motorcycle, but just cannot help but smile when you're driving.
Right, you cannot help it. So much fun. You're in another country. Thailand, you drive on the left side of the road, right around the
Hills
town, right
and
around the mountains.
By the ocean, just beautiful. Enjoy the nature, and it's relatively cheap. I think we paid like $11 US.
Yeah, it was like
something
$11 for the entire day.
Yeah. The only tricky thing was like stopping to get gas. There were a couple actual gas stations, but most of the time it was a little vendor person on the side of the street, and you just pull up and they have
Pour right
literal
up.
bottles, like a Coke bottle except glass or something, and pour it
They
in.
fill up
How many
for
you
you,
need?
Pay them, and keep riding.
Thank you, bye. Okay, bye.
What really most impressive is how well we blend into our environment.
We blended in quite well.
I don't even think anyone knows we're not from here.
They probably believe we're locals.
We knew we had one more thing. The sun was going down.
Then that gave us just enough time to make it to the Tiger Kingdom.
No, we're not gonna do that.
We're here at the Tiger Kingdom in Phuket. Here is healthy.
Okay, for real though, how did you feel when you were actually right next to the tiger, petting it, scratching the back?
All right, as long as it was looking away, but when it would turn around and look at you like to make sure
That
you
is
are who you are,
quite exhilarating.
you're in the eye of the tiger.
The eye of the tiger.
It's pretty intimidating.
Copyrighted in
I
1976.
kind of get why that song was wrote. That song has a whole new meaning now.
We could keep walking, but
There's
a dead end.
We need to. He's gonna spray us. Oh.
Don't do that.
Okay, so you can see the tigers are sleeping, and a lot of people think maybe that they're drugged or they do something to them to make them more passive with people around. But really, the truth is they're just big cats. They like to sleep about 18 hours a day, just like your house cat. So they're hanging out, hugging on each other, laying on the furniture, just being cats, really big cats.
I mean, they drug him, right? Because we were in there touching and petting him.
Oh yeah, they definitely drug them here.
Okay, good.
All right, let's go.
Finally, we went to the next day, which was awesome day for two reasons. Most importantly, the boat rides. Secondly, was Brandon's birthday. Hey!
Yeah, we spent our first day in Phuket on the land. So we said, next day,
Time to hit the water.
Yeah, our first stop, we are now at James Bond Island. Khao Tapu, Thai name.
Wait, should we practice first?
yeah, right, okay.
I guess today can be the Brandon show because it's his birthday. Heyo! Woohoo! Oh gosh, yeah, we got that on camera.
Oh, yeah,
Koh Phangan is the floating island that is just off of the mainland of Thailand.
They basically built it right off of a big rock that comes out of the water. I mean, when you're going through the bay, you see all these cool rocks coming out of the water. They just got to the side of it and started building these houses on pillars, and they just kept coming out and further and further and further out. Right. And now they have a whole village.
The whole reason that they started doing that in the first place was because in the 18th century, if you were not a Thai native, you could actually not own any land. So these nomadic fishermen actually had to build these platforms on top of water so that they could live there.
When they let us off, we had a little lunch there, and then we started walking around.
We're walking through these narrow passages, and every corner you turn, there's something different. There's either a house there, there's a school, there's a place of prayer. People living their everyday life.
Right. People sewing, cutting meat, and doing construction things.
Kids are jumping off just these narrow passageways. They're jumping right into the water to go swimming. Yeah. And so people are living their everyday life on this small island. Brandon getting some film of other people's clothes. Little awkward.
I've got a laundry list of shots I need to get.
I did try to lean on this. Don't try to do that. This is just slice your hand open and get a tetanus shot nowhere near here. Yeah. There's a floating soccer field here on this floating island. And I'm wondering, how do they keep the ball from going out? Or do they just jump? Well, yeah, but like they just jump in the water every time it's out? It's like, all right, you kick it out, you're jumping to get it.
But here's the thing, it's 90 degrees year round.
Go ahead and jump in there.
Jump in and get the ball, jump in the water, get wet. So.
We were on a time limit, however, so we ended up having to dart our way back, which it's very
Try not
easy.
to get lost.
It's very easy to get confused where you are on that island. Because, well, one, it's a man-made floating island that has twists and turns, so it's not just a clear, direct path. But anyways, we managed to make it back just in time.
5 seconds is more than enough.
So this room actually, in the past, people, they're gonna bring the boat into the room when the weather is windy or when it's rain. To stay inside the room is very stable and the water not very deep. Now not allowed to bring the boat inside anymore. The only one way, just by the canoe.
I'm just canoeing here. I'm doing all the work. work. How about that? Oh, well, look at you guys. We're bigger than mine. Right in the shot. Look at me canoeing us out of there. It's like I'm not even trying. It's a race.
Dude, praise God it was sunny all day, or almost all day today. Give him a chance.
So the last thing of the day, all you do is you go to this beach and you hang out for like an hour or 2 hours, whatever, a little free time.
I have a feeling it's gonna rain soon. Something's telling you that? Something's telling me that. I have a feeling.
But here comes the rain. So literally.
As we're pulling up, it starts pouring down. The driver is telling everyone to get inside. So we had people on the front of the boat. They're like, get to the center of the boat. The rain is stinging our skin as we're pulling in. So we're like, all right, looks like we're gonna find shelter as soon as we get on the island.
I mean, what are we gonna do on the beach in the rain?
You ever seen anybody frown on a jet ski?
So then we decided to go up to Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai has been one of my dreams for about at least 5 years.
It's in the northern part of the country with the mountains. We just came from this very far south where the oceans and all that. So now we're headed to the mountains.
Now we're in the downtown market. This is the durian fruit, and it's actually permitted from a lot of the hotels or common places to stay because the fruit actually stinks really bad, but the actual flesh of it is a sweet flesh. Wow. This is, so we'll try it out. Some sort of board, it's really good. So we stayed at a place called the Hey Ha House. That's fun to say. The Hey Ha House.
Hey Ha House.
Hey Ha House.
Just a Hey Ha House.
Hey Ha House found on Airbnb. Ding! Alright, what's the game plan? Ride around Chiang Mai.
Try not to die.
Try not to die in Chiang Mai. This couple that owned the Hey Ho House. It's funny. This couple that owned the place that we stayed in ended up showing us on a map, showed us where we needed to go to experience the city and the best parts of Chiang Mai. So one of our main goals for Chiang Mai was to rent motorbikes again and ride around the mountains of Chiang Mai.
So fun.
Yeah, incredibly fun. So we ended up riding one day for 5.5 hours, almost 6 hours.
Yeah.
Almost 6 hours of the day we were on these little motorbikes.
So we're driving around. We had to get out of the city. Pretty crazy traffic. Our local host tells us a certain way to go.
Just all through the mountains. Rain, sunshine, hot, cold. It was incredible. It was absolutely beautiful. So beautiful. What should we do next? Maybe go on an elephant ride?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. These giant, beautiful beasts, you know, are walking around, and something for me was that walked up and like I had this sense of confidence. I mean, just like back at the Tiger Kingdom, when we were there, like, oh man, I'm gonna get to ride on an elephant. This is great, just a short jaunt. And so the closer we get to these elephants, like you realize how powerful and massive these things
and how
are.
long of a fall it would be if you start sliding down.
You fall down, and if you fall down in front, just one step and you're gone.
Yeah.
You are gone. I'm just gonna get on this elephant that I've never seen or met before.
Okay.
Do I hold on to this?
No problem. You just sit down like this.
Right here's good?
Yeah. Right?
Oh my God.
Right? Right? Right?
Relax. On top. Okay?
I am so relaxed. Alright, this is just from the above view of an elephant. Never done this before. Holy crap. Yep, just runs an elephant. Man, look at the tusk on him. These gentle giants were fantastic though. And the people there too were like, you could tell that they really cared for the elephants.
Right.
Made sure that they were well taken care of, well fed. Brandon's definitely was well fed. That elephant
He made sure he was well fed.
He was
Nobody
well
else did.
fed.
Feeling good.
Good shoulders there.
Yeah. I love rocking my hips with the shoulders.
Yeah.
Spirit animal. He knew he was busy, but he stopped and got something to eat anyway.
Just a quick pit stop. Well, that was quite an experience. I have never done anything like that before.
You know, we did our research before we came here about ethical treatment of elephants and all this stuff, and we asked the people that we stayed with, where's a good place? They treat the elephants good, and they mentioned this place. Also, how you ride them matters. If you see the big seats that are on the back and multiple people, that's what hurts them. But if you ride bareback and up on the shoulders, that's where their strong muscles are, and they're fine with it. They're very large and strong animals.
That was such an incredible experience. I hope people get to experience that like we did. The people here are so kind and gentle and welcoming. And we just rode some elephants.
Finishing riding around, I mean, it's like a 5-hour ride, which is great. It was beautiful, but by the time you're done, you're like, whew, okay.
Need a rest from riding around so much.
It was raining like the second half, so we were just like, oh, there's no way to get home unless you just ride through it. So just like power through it. We finally made it back to the city. The sun's starting to set. I'm just wore out at this point, and you know, I started not feeling well. I was like, oh my gosh, I just need to get back to the Hey Ha house. And I just got to chill, and I was not feeling well at all. We knew we had to go to Bangkok the next day, so we needed a good night's rest. Just called it a night, just got to bed early that night. I mean, you were up the whole night?
I was back in time for coffee. It was so much fun! Gonna get some tickets, take the Airlink train. All right, so here's our little tickets to get in.
These coins have like a little RFID chip in them to the train. So you literally just hold the coin up to the machine, it lets you through, and then when you leave the train, you put the coin in the little box.
In the little box.
That lets you go.
And so we... Are they automatic though? What if it starts when you start walking on it? Oh! Yeah!
I wonder why those are off. It's energy efficient.
That's right.
Very smart.
Ready to go, Bangkok. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna take a that. So we just made it here in Bangkok, and we're taking a tuk-tuk down to the Grand Palace.
Yep.
Grand Palace. It's
down by the river and some markets, and kind of see it. It's the number one tourist place to go, so gotta see it. Check it off the list.
But check out this ride.
Yeah. Got LED lights. Got some what, tens.
It's a little hot here. Turn on the air conditioning for a minute. Thank you.
Yeah, turn it on high. There we go.
So we are now at the Golden Mount after having a few issues with the tuk-tuk driver. He's actually really nice, but he's taking us to all of his friends so that I think he gets a discount or a better deal. But I don't know if I was supposed to do that or not. Probably not. Probably not. That'll be alright. And then like 30 monks walk out. Annoying cameraman. Just trying to get all the shots. Gotta make it to the top. See you at the top. Right, so it says this way up. Ooh, tight stairs. So we went to downtown Bangkok and we knew that we wanted to go see the palace. On our way there, there were hundreds of people dressed completely in black, and they were actually heading to what was a year-long funeral for their king who had passed away. So we actually ended up not filming just out of respect for that time in that area. We did make it, you know, on the other side of the palace. We were able to see different areas down there. The palace is beautiful. It was amazing to see people almost a year later, like showing the respect.
And staying in line for hours and hours, like a full day. And you're talking a line, I mean, it had to have been a mile long and 4 or 5 people wide, and people just taking their chairs, reading books, just waiting.
Yeah, just moving
almost a year later. Just waiting for their turn to pay their respect to their king. So that's that's just holding somebody to very high esteem and wanting to give them honor one last time. So that's pretty amazing to see.
Sure, why not?
A little pepper? A little pepper?
You don't eat your crickets and pupa and caterpillar with pepper?
A little pepper and soy sauce.
A little pepper? Oh, a little pork.
Grasshopper, pupa, bamboo caterpillar, house cricket, or regular cricket. We're about to find out what is the best.
Right.
Here we go. What are you starting with?
Well, I think I'll start with, I think the pupa is the worst, so I'm gonna start with that one, which is this fat guy. Let's see how.
All right.
Pupa.
Ready? Does it taste
good.
Doesn't taste like pupa?
No, it tastes just fine. Cut this after.
Yeah. What you got left here?
I'm trying to go from worst.
This looks like something I dug out of my yard.
I'll say grasshopper just because I think grasshoppers are disgusting.
Yeah.
And I did an insect collection when I was in, what was it, 5th or 6th grade? Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And next we'll do Jiminy Crickets, but before that it's aggressive. Just the whole thing?
Yep.
That was not that bad either. Okay, yeah. It's like really fried. Not a lot of flavor. There it is.
A little aftertaste.
Let's see, house cricket or just regular cricket? I think house cricket. Look at these little guys.
House cricket's the light brown one.
Yeah, maybe get a couple of them. Not a lot of flavor. I actually like the house crickets the best so far.
What about the regular crickets?
These are the ones I'm not really looking forward to. I get them right in the sternum there.
Well, that's what you put on a fishing line, just FYI.
But these have been humanely caught and then fried, I believe. So
okay.
This is just a regular cricket.
Catch fish or a Dawson with it.
Caught me. Hey, honestly, the crickets are not that bad. They're not that bad. The grasshopper's just like this empty. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm all right.
Take a look at his face. like, oh my god. It'll be fine.
Okay, all
And
right.
then last but not least, this is the bamboo caterpillar, which, by the way, we were eating with a friend last night, and he said that these are very popular, so. That's the best of them all. That tastes
Bamboo.
it tastes like a French
The
fry.
winner is the bamboo.
Bamboo caterpillar.
We took another tuk-tuk.
Those
back-
tuk-tuks are crazy. It's just like you see on TV.
Yeah, and at night, like they have all the lights coming up. And then we're walking past the night market,
Yeah.
and we see an old friend.
And we're about to go grab some food. Carnes? What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
I live nearby, just over there.
That's crazy. You want to grab some food?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds
sure.
good.
Have a
Okay,
seat, have a
thank
seat.
you. How crazy is that? Just like walking along the street and then like
We
see
met
this
so
guy.
many random people on
Oh
this
yeah.
trip.
Okay, so there was Anita. There was Karn. Shout out to Karn. Hey Karn.
Hey.
Yeah, ended up having dinner and it was
Okay, so
good.
it's
He
two people.
explained a little bit. Okay, yeah.
I thought it was random. A lot
So
of random.
many
So
people.
many.
All
Well,
two of them
but
were
it's-
fantastic.
It was kind of cool. So I finished up our day in Bangkok, and we had a 1 a.m. flight out of Bangkok to London. It was cool. We were on a 380, the double-decker plane.
Yeah, first time on a 380
Yep,
for me.
mine too.
Yep.
Yep.
That was really cool.
Then we landed in London. So it was a 12-hour flight from Bangkok to London, 2 or 3 hour layover, and another 9-hour flight back to Atlanta.
That was another
It's
24 hours.
Such a long way.
It's a long
to
trip.
get around the world. But how cool is that we actually did it?
We circumnavigated the Earth.
How many people can say I've literally been around
the
the
world.
world?
Two
Two
people.
more.
Thanks for checking out this video. We sure hope you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun making it.
Man, it was a blast. So much fun. Thailand, thank you for hosting us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Singapore and all the people
Singapore.
that met up with us and showed us around.
The
What a
kindness,
blast.
the generosity, it was incredible, and we hope to pass that on to other people as well. So we also want to encourage you to take your own adventures. Don't just watch this. Don't just watch, National Geographic and say, "Oh, wow, that would be cool to go do." Go do it. Go explore it.
Find a way.
yourself. Find a way to
Save
do
money,
it.
do whatever you gotta do.
If you want to make it happen, you can make it happen.
Yep.
So we want to encourage that.
And if not, just watch our next video.
Yeah, and then if not,
We'll do it
Dos
for you.
Bros Adventuros.
Dos Bros Adventuros.
Dos Bros.
Adventuros.
Dos Bros
Adventuros.
Dos Bros.
Bros Adventuros. Bros Adventuros.